Hello friends, today I am going to discuss with you the law of distribution. It is a part of solvent extraction method. First of all, the statement of law of distribution. It is also known as Nernst distribution law. Here is the statement. When a solute distributes itself between two immiscible phases in contact and in equilibrium with each other, ratio of the concentration or solubility of the substance in the two phases is constant at constant temperature, which provide that the molecular state of the distributed solute is same in both the phases. Okay, this statement is divided into three parts. Part 1 that is in red color, part 2 that is in blue color, and part 3 that is in green color. These three parts indicate three different limitation or condition of the law of distribution. For example, the solute distribute itself not by any external forces. Number 2, two immiscible phases. That means two solvent or two phases must be immiscible with each other. If they are miscible in each other, then the law of distribution is not applicable. So that is one kind of limitation. Another one, that is they must be in contact with each other and also they are in equilibrium with each other. Okay, that is the part 1. Now in part 2, after that, the ratio of the concentration or the solubility of the substance, okay, that distribute between two immiscible phases must remain constant at a constant temperature. That means that is also one kind of limitation. Temperature must remain constant. If you change the temperature, then the law of distribution is disturbed, or you can say that it is changed. That is provide the molecular state of a distributed solute that is same in both the phases. What does it mean? That means when solute distribute or separated from one phase to another phase, it remains same. That means it not undergo any association or dissociation kind of reactions. It must remain same as it is dissolved in any phase. Okay, mathematically we can say that it is a ratio. So you can write it down like this. The symbol of distribution ratio is D. That is the blue part of our statement. The ratio of, look at here, the ratio of concentration of a solute. Okay, that is in two phases, one phase and second phase. Generally, in our study, we deal with organic phase, that means organic solvent, and one phase is common, that is water. AQU, that means aqueous phase. Always we in two immiscible solvent, one is water, another is any organic solvent. For example, like when you mix carbon disulfide CS2 with water, or you can generally add like oil and water. Oil and water are immiscible with each other. Okay, so that is called organic phase mixed with aqueous phase. That is the diagram. Look at here, with the help of this diagram you can easily understand it. Organic phase and aqueous phase, these two phases are mixed with each other. Okay, and because of that reason the solute that is present in aqueous phase is separated itself with the help of this organic phase. And after that, the ratio C1 by C2 that remain constant. That ratio is also known as partition or distribution coefficient. The second equation is in terms of a solubility. Solubility of a solute in one phase to second phase, the ratio is also remains same. So that is the law of distribution statement and in a mathematical form. Some more diagrams are here to understand it. This glassware is known as separating funnel or separatory funnel. Solvent extraction practically is generally done in separating funnel. So here that is aqueous phase, that is organic phase. Solute distribute itself from organic phase, aqueous phase to organic phase. Okay, that is called partition equilibrium or distribution equilibrium. Here one example is there. Iodine molecules are dissolved in water and then it mixed with 1,1-trichloroethane. Okay, one question is arise in your mind if here water is in a lower phase while organic phase is in a upper phase, while in this beaker water is in a upper phase and organic phase is in a down phase. What is the reason behind it? The reason is here it depends on density. Look at here. If density of organic phase is less than density of aqueous phase, then what happen? The denser medium is remain bottom of the funnel. Here density of aqueous phase is higher, that's why aqueous phase is in a lower layer while organic phase is in a upper layer. Okay. Sometime what happen? The organic phase has a higher density compared to water. In that type of cases only the organic that there was a reverse of this diagram. Organic phase is at bottom and aqueous phase is at the top of the separating funnel. That is called partition equilibrium from solvent 1 to solvent 2. Okay, it is also known as the Nernst distribution law. Generalization, and we can say that it is a solute distribute itself between two immiscible solvent A and B at a constant temperature and X is in the same molecular condition in both the solvent. Okay, this is also known as the distribution law or partition law. That is the ratio KD. D stand for distribution, K is a constant, distribution coefficient or distribution or partition coefficient. Okay, C1 by C2. Here it is distribution coefficient, partition coefficient or a distribution ratio. One more diagram is here for understanding it better. Partition of a solute between two immiscible solvent, that means two phases in contact with each other. Okay, solvent 1, solvent 2, both are immiscible in nature. If miscible, then the law is not applicable here. So that is called the law of distribution, the Nernst distribution law. In next lecture, we are going to discuss about the limitation of Nernst distribution law. Thank you for watching.